A very good morning to you. It's 8:55, and right now Tucson City Council is asking Arizona's Attorney General Chris Mays to reconsider the former AG Mark Brnovic's opinion on the source of income ordinance. Remember, that's the ordinance making it illegal for landlords to discriminate against folks applying because of how they make their money. As we reported, Brnovich said it broke a 1995 deadline to pass city ordinances. City leaders this morning say they're holding off on enforcing this until they hear from Chris Mays about any potential changes. We'll keep watching that. Let's get to your roads right now, see what's happening as we get close to 9 o'clock here on your Thursday morning. Moving along pretty well here along I-10 at Sunset, 22nd, 6th Avenue and Park. Some company with you, but not a lot of issues for the most part, so definitely some good news there. A quick check here to your downtown drive this morning, and you can see some slowdown there on Speedway as you make your way off I-10, also 6th Street and 22nd. Stephanie.
Good morning, everybody. Outside, things are looking beautiful. Clear blue skies out there. Any of the clouds that we were seeing earlier this morning are gone. Temperatures are in the 40s. Tucson 47, Sierra Vista 41, same with Nogales, Casa Grande 42. As we head into your lunch hour, we're going to be peaking in the mid 50s to upper 60s. Afternoon highs in the mid 60s to low 70s. These temperatures about 10 degrees above average, 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. It's going to be beautiful out there today. Temperatures back into the 40s and 50s by 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, more beautiful weather. Temperatures in the 70s. As we head into your Saturday night, though, things are changing. Rain chances going up. Temperatures falling. We'll be peaking in the 50s and 60s next week. We'll add in valley rain and mountain snow.
Live, local, late breaking. You're watching 13 News live at 9.
Right now at 9, a united decision from Tucson City Council on rate increases for trash and water, what we can expect from these changes. Then we have a preview into the Tucson Jazz Festival that kicks off tomorrow. Plus, after being scaled back for the past couple years, the upcoming Tucson Gem and Mineral Show aims to bring in thousands of visitors from around the world. How the local community benefits from these shows. Thanks for joining us for 13 News Live at 9. I'm Rebecca Taylor. Happening today, you have a chance to chime in on possible code changes in Tucson. This talk is set to give updates on the plans and to also hear from you. It's happening at the Sentinel building on North Commerce Park Loop. Things run from 5:30 until 7. You can RSVP online through the city's website.
Live, local, late breaking. You are watching 13 News live at 3.
I take classified documents and classified material seriously. I also said we're cooperating fully and completely with the Justice Department's review.
Attorneys for President Biden say they found more classified material at his Wilmington, Delaware home. Thank you for joining us for 13 News Live at 3. I'm Mary Coleman. This comes after a separate batch of classified documents were found at the former vice president's private office on November 2nd and turned over to the National Archives. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced he is appointing former federal prosecutor Robert Hur as a special counsel to investigate how President Biden still had classified material from his time as vice president.
Live, local, late breaking. You are watching 13 News live at 4.
Sounds great. Happening now, organizers are getting ready for the 9th annual Tucson Jazz Festival. Thanks for staying with us at 4. I'm Brooke Wagner.
And I'm Dan Marries. Things kick off tomorrow and it runs for 10 days. Organizers say expect bigger and better this year. 13 News reporter Jack Cooper explains why one specific location is special for this event.
Live, local, late breaking. You are watching 13 News live at 5.
He's no longer under indictment, but an ex-Tucson police officer remains in legal limbo after a deadly shooting. Ryan Remington could still face charges in the case that stirred up outrage and led to his firing more than a year ago. Last night, we broke the decision that a second grand jury did not indict him. Remington was originally charged with shooting Richard Lee Richards. Investigators say Richards was accused of stealing a toolbox from a Walmart on the south side and pulling a knife on an employee when workers approached him. Now, you may remember the body cam video from November 2021 that showed Remington opening fire on Richards, who was riding a mobility scooter. Remington had been working off-duty as a security guard. He was indicted on manslaughter back in August, but a judge sent the case back to the grand jury last month after Remington's attorney argued the first grand jury didn't hear some important information. So what happens now? Is the criminal case done? I asked Pima County Attorney Laura Conover that question and also spoke to a legal expert about the options.
Live, local, late breaking. You're watching 13 News live at 6.
And thanks for joining us for 13 News live at 6. The city of Tucson is raising its water rates while the federal government makes new cuts to our Colorado River water allocation.
Arizona has a water shortage, and that has some asking if the state building boom will only bring more people and more demand. 13 News reporter Bud Foster dives into the conflict between drought and development.
Live, local, late breaking. You're watching 13 News live at 10.
Exactly 1 month from today, Super Bowl 57 kicks off in Glendale, Arizona. It will be the 4th time that the big game will be played in the Grand Canyon State. And that's actually pretty impressive considering what happened the first time Arizona was tapped as a host. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Marries. The NFL first tapped Arizona for the 1993 game, but it didn't actually happen until 3 years later. And it's all because of Monday's upcoming holiday. Congress enacted legislation for Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 1983. It was then signed into law by then President Ronald Reagan, making it the first federal holiday to commemorate the life of an African American. We begin with late-breaking news at 4.
Yes, Sahuarita police are investigating what they say appears to be a homicide and a suicide. They were called to a home in the Rancho Resort retirement community near I-19 and Sahuarita Road, and that's where they found 2 people dead inside. Police say they are in their early parts of the investigation. They don't have a lot of information yet, but they do say there are no outstanding suspects and that there's no danger to the community. So we'll continue to follow this and we'll bring you the latest on air and online.